Hello, hi, good morning. I was going to start this with ho, 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 and a bottle of rum. Let me know if you know who that artist is. And rest in peace to them. Okay? Okay. Welcome back to Morning YAP. It is day 5 of my impromptu makeup series. And we're trying out a new foundation, which I did try yesterday, but I did not particularly enjoy. No, thank you, baby. That's Mama's. That's Mama's. Here, you want some lotion? Here. Boop. Boop. Can you rub it in? Rub it in. Rub it in. Good job. So, anyway, I have been thinking of doing I haven't talked about it in a really long time. I post it every week. I post it on Threads, I think, every other day. But I haven't talked about it in a really long time. And someone really resonated with it and shared it to their stories the other day. So I wanted to talk about not singing trained and singing free. And I wanted to talk a little bit about I was in a coaching call this week with one of my beloved mentors, friends, colleagues, Dr. Flo and his Unfuckwithable Mastermind. And we were trying to figure out, why I'm stalling out on making these pivots in my business. And I said, we were trying to figure out, what is it that I do, right? What is it that I do in the lesson room? What is it that I do in coaching and mindset? What is it that I do we're trying less today, y'all. What is it that I do when I'm doing branding, right? Because it's not just the surface level stuff. It's deeper than that. And so I said I make the intangible tangible. I take your goals, right? And I work my hardest to come up with ideas that are going to give you a unique way to get to the thing that you're wanting, right? And so it's not training everyone, Piper, stop. It's not training everyone to the same exercises or the same sound, right? Which I feel like gets lost in university. I feel like there's a lot of people in university that have a signature sound that they teach, which is also why I think there's people that I think in the classical industry, there's a lot of I only want to study with a soprano because I'm a soprano, or I only want to study with a coloratura because I'm a coloratura, or, et cetera, on and on and on. I only want to study with a bass. And so I think part of that, this smells like paint. It smells like paint. It reminds me, this is the Danessa Myricks, I think it's called Yummy Balm or Yummy Skin Serum Foundation. And it reminds me of a L'Oreal one. You want some chapstick? Here you go. Here you go. Did we get some? There you go. And so anyway, I just believe that there's innumerable ways to the same answer, right? Or to the end result. I don't think that there is one direct path that is always going to take every single one of my students to the path that they want to be on. I don't think that there is a right or wrong way to do any of the things that we do in voice lessons, and I don't think there's a right or wrong way to practice. And in fact, I think that the pressure that we put on each other, which is what I'm talking about when I'm saying train, right? The pressure that we put on each other, the pressure that is placed by academia, etc. It is just not helpful. This is a really good mirror, by the way. This is also from Danessa Myricks, and it's a pretty good mirror. It's great. I put on significantly less than I did yesterday. It's still already breaking up around my eyebrows. I don't love that, but it might be what I'm using as skin prep. So we're gonna change that out, which I won't really be doing makeup for the next foreseeable future, because I don't teach again after today until January 5th. I do start rehearsals for Minnesota Opera's My Name is Florence, which is a world premiere on January 2nd. I'm very, very excited to be back with that show again. And yeah, so anyway, back to this not singing trained, singing free. I think the point is that we're able to tap into our person. I think this about musical, like if you're playing instruments as well, like I think the point is to be us. And I just think that that gets so lost in the training of the voice. Our bodies naturally do things. Not every body does the same thing. And that is the joy of being a voice teacher. It's always entertaining. It soothes my ADHD because there's not one way to fix every problem. Sometimes you have to try 200 ways in order to get a person or help a person or unlock a person or remove their entanglements to the goal that they would like to do. And lastly, I'll just say that came from my dad. As I was going into predominantly white institutions, my daddy said to me, don't sing trained, sing free. And I've held on to that. It's the philosophy of my whole studio. It's the way I do my piano lessons. It's the way I do my singing lessons. It's all of it. Don't sing trained, sing free. Anyway, y'all, let me know what you think. Let me know how that resonates with you. And I will be back another day. Toodles.